My name is Rowan Dent and I'm a copywriter and trainer. Today I've been asked to give you some tips on one of the most difficult things to write, a killer headline. I think this is a great choice because if you write for your job even occasionally, you'll need to write headlines. Whether it's a blog or a press release or even an email subject line, headlines are the first things that your audience will read, and they'll be the last if you don't get them right. This 5-minute video will explore why headlines are so tricky and give you 8 different styles of headline for you to try out. So let's get started. First of all, why do headlines matter? As you can see from this heat map, people read headlines first. The red represents where people are spending the most time reading, and the green represents the least amount of time. Your aim is to get the most important and intriguing information into those first few words. If a headline makes you want to read on, then it's doing a great job. So, I have a few tips that I tend to use when I'm writing headlines. The first one is to stick to around 8 words. You can do a few more and a little bit less if you want to, but 8 words will really help to keep it snappy. The second thing that I tend to do is to be mindful of my audience. Of course, anytime you're writing copy, you should be thinking about who will be reading this, who am I trying to connect with? But with headlines, it's especially crucial to pinpoint exactly who you're trying to speak to. Thirdly, I tend to write my headlines last. That's partly because the body copy will give me hints as to what that headline might look like, but it's also because it's probably the part of writing that I find the most daunting, and it helps to leave it till last. Lastly, I will take at least 10 minutes to write as many headlines as I can, and really try to get to the crazy headlines that you might have not otherwise thought about, just to make sure that your headline is the most interesting and exciting that you can think of. So now we're going to look at different kinds of headline. I've put together 8 different kinds of headline for you to try out with your own work. Obviously, there are more than 8 different kinds of headline, but I've chosen these to give you a real range of creativity, and potentially some that you might not use as often. So the first one is a direct headline, which gets straight to the heart of the matter without any cleverness. These are often used for sales. Second headline type is an indirect headline, which uses curiosity to create a question in the reader's mind, which the body copy will then answer. So the fresh bait in this instance refers to making sure that you have new content every week. Thirdly, a news headline is exactly that. It's anything that's newsworthy. It might be a product update, a launch of a new report, even a content scoop. Number 4 is the how-to, which is a very popular style of headline. And this is a great opportunity for you to figure out what your audience struggles with and then attempt to answer that with your content by writing, say, a blog or doing a video tutorial to tackle that problem. So number 5 is a question headline, which asks a question that the reader can empathise with or wants to see answered in some way. The command headline uses imperatives like buy or order or read to tell the audience exactly what to do. And this can be a really dynamic and interesting style of headline. The reason why headline conveys different qualities, it can become a bit of a listicle, but it can be a great way of showing the breadth of your service or product. finally, we have the testimonial headline, which is where you use the exact words of somebody in an interview or a case study to really bring that person to life, to add authenticity and intrigue to your headline. So those are your 8 different styles of headline, and this is now your chance to shine. So if you've got something coming up that you're working on, it might be an event invite, it might be a new launch, or even a coronavirus update email, why not try using all 8 of the different styles of headline to come up with different ways of putting that into words? And that concludes our How to Write a Killer Headline tutorial video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found it useful and maybe even fun. Please comment below how you found this, and I would love to see some of your headline examples. Thanks for watching, and keep your eyes peeled for another Rowan Dent video.